Hello friends, in this video we will learn what is the problem with RS Latch and also we will see what is the solution over it. Let us begin. So let us begin with a problem with RS Latch. First of all, let me draw RS Latch. So I'm sure you remember the inputs of these NAND latches were R and S and output were Q and Q bar. So let us summarize this RS Latch. This RS input can be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. So I'll see only Qn status because Qn and Qn bar are always complement of each other. So if I tell you the value of Qn, it is enough to know about Qn bar also. So when it is 0, 0, it is actually called as avoid condition. If you remember, in fact in 0, 0, Qn and Qn bar both of them becomes 1 because of the property of NAND gate. When one of the input of NAND gate is equal to 0, output is by default 1. And that's the reason why we don't go for this condition, right? For 0, 1. So as I said earlier, when RS value is 0, 1, you'll have to see which value is equal to 1. So here as you can see, S value equal to 1, and what S stands for? S stands for set, and therefore Qn is 1 in order to get set condition. In next case, as you can see 1, 0, so R equal to 1, it means it makes your latch into reset state, therefore output is equal to 0 because we believe that 0 is considered to be reset and 1 is considered to be set. As well as in 1, 1, it is called as a no change condition, therefore Qn remains Qn. So now let us understand what the problem is exactly. For example, let us assume R was 0 and S was 1. So I'm sure you must have recognized when R is equal to 0, S is equal to 1, it causes latch to get into set condition. Therefore, output of Qn, let me say this is Qn and this is Qn bar. So output Qn becomes 1 and Qn bar becomes 0. Now our motive is to keep this status same. Let's say we are performing some operation based on this latch. Let's say some load is getting driven with the help of this latch. We can take example of DC motor. For example, when I am talking about a DC motor, when you apply 1, 0, then let's say if the DC motor is moving clockwise, then by applying 0, 1, it moves anti-clockwise. So let us consider some DC motor is connected at Qn and Qn bar as a load, and this DC motor moves clockwise for 1, 0 and anti-clockwise for 0, 1. So to perform some operation, it is required that our motor should go in clockwise direction, and that was necessary to keep Qn equal to 1 and Qn bar equal to 0. Let's say if I want to hold this condition for a long time, then I expect that output of the latch shouldn't be changed. So what I am doing, I am changing the value of R to 1. What is the reason? You can refer the table. When R equal to 1, S equal to 1, as you can see, the latch remains in no change condition state. Therefore, Qn will remain 1 and Qn bar will remain 0 as long as R equal to 1 and S equal to 1. Therefore, it is expected, since motor should run clockwise for longer period of time and I want my latch not to change the condition for longer period of time, till then I am expecting R should remain 1 and S equal to 1. But then I'll tell you the reality. In real time application, noise is the biggest problem. What is meant by noise? Noise is an unwanted signal which is called as high frequency signal. High frequency signal and a very short duration signal. Why it is a short duration? Because frequency and time period are opposite to each other. So let's say because of the noise, what happened? So this is a noise signal what I am showing. Because of the noise signal, let us assume momentarily this 1 is changed to 0. Our intention wasn't to make 1 as 0, but because of the noise, let us say momentarily, only for fraction of seconds, this 1 has become 0, that is R is equal to 0 and S is equal to what? 1. But in real time application, noise is the biggest issue. What is meant by noise? Noise is unwanted signal which is a very high frequency signal and very short duration signal. Why it has got a short duration? Because of the high frequency, it has got nature that it is having a short duration time, because time and frequency are inverse to each other. Let us assume some noise has occurred at S which makes this 1 as 0 momentarily. Our intention wasn't to make S equal to 0, but accidentally, because of the noise, let us say for a fraction of time, this S has become 0. Now what is going to happen? If S is equal to 0 and R equal to 1, then definitely you must have recognized that latch gets into reset state. Therefore, now what will happen? This 1 will become 0 and this 0 will become 1. That is Qn equal to 0 and Qn bar equal to 1, which causes our motor to go anti-clockwise. Am I right? So motor accidentally starts rotating anti-clockwise. So was that expected or not expected? Of course, this wasn't expected. But then this is what is happening. We know the fact this noise actually a very short duration period, after which you know what, this 0 gets restored to 1. So what you can see now, R equal to 1, S equal to 1, R equal to 1, S equal to 1 means latch gets into no change condition. Now what is going to happen? Accidentally Qn and Qn bar were changed to 0 1, they are going to remain as 0 1 and they are not going to change, and this is a very dangerous situation. Motor is rotating anti-clockwise and this wasn't expected, right? So this is the problem with RS latch. So we have understood what is the problem with RS latch, but let us understand what is the cause of this problem. So let us understand what is the cause. So cause is that your RS latch is continuously sensitive to input, or inputs of RS latch are continuously sensitive. Sensitive as in, even though the noise signal has come, it is treating as if somebody has applied 1 or 0, and accordingly my outputs are changing unexpectedly, right? So this was the problem. The cause is that inputs are continuously sensitive, right? So if there is any way that I can desensitize inputs for some time, right, then this is going to avoid the problem. So cause is inputs of the latch are continuously sensitive. So we have understood the problem. Now we should understand how to overcome it also, right? So the question is how to avoid the problem. The solution is basically solution is hidden into a cause of problem. The cause of problem was inputs were continuously sensitive. So what if I could desensitize these inputs for some time by having extra circuitry called as control circuitry. So the solution is add control circuit. With RS latch. So let us draw our original RS latch first. So if you remember, this was R, this was S. This is our original circuit, Qn and Qn bar output. So now I'm going to add extra circuit. How to add that extra circuit? Just look up. Draw two extra NAND here. Short these two inputs and name that extra input as control. Now this becomes S and this becomes R. Why it is happening so? As you can see, the control over here, it was R, but every NAND gate has got inversion property, because of which this R is changed to S. Similarly, what we had over here is S, and before that S, even a NAND gate is connected, and since NAND gate has got inversion property, this S is changed to R. So in a way, now this new latch is also called as SR latch. So I can name this as SR latch with control circuit. So in a way, you require 4 NAND gates to construct this latch. Let us understand how it works and how the problem is avoided, right? So what I'll do is I'll take control S and R. Along with that, I'll write the status of Qn, and depending upon the status of Qn, we will comment on the current status, right? The job of this control input is to either sensitize or desensitize the inputs, meaning that whatever that you apply on S and R will get affected into output only if control value equal to 1, as well as when control value equal to 0, then outputs are independent of S and R. In fact, outputs will be unchanged or remains same. Let us see how it happens. For example, let me keep control equal to 0. So the moment control equal to 0, one of the input of both the NAND gates are equal to 0. So tell me, when one of the input of NAND gate is fixed to 0, what is going to happen? Of course, output will be 1, 1. And I am sure you remember, when R equal to 1, S equal to 1, it is called as no change condition, right? Therefore, what will happen? This Qn will remain Qn and Qn bar will remain Qn bar only, meaning that whatever that you apply on S and R is now immaterial, since control equal to 0, inputs are desensitized, right? Therefore, whatever you keep S and R, they are don't care, Qn will remain Qn, and therefore we say this condition is what we called as no change condition, right? Let us go ahead. Suppose if I make control equal to 1, then only the status of S and R will make some sense. So let us see next. Now since control is equal to 1, is both the inputs are 1. Let us assume S equal to 0, R equal to 0. So S value equal to 0, R value equal to 0. Now look at first gate, first NAND gate. As you can see, in first NAND gate, one of the input is equal to 0. So the property of NAND gate says when one of the input is fixed to 0, output is by default 1, which causes this R to become 1. Now there might be some confusion between S and R. So to differentiate it, I'll make this as R dash and S dash. So this gets differentiated from original S and R inputs, right? So R dash has become 1. What about R? As you can see, R equal to 0. Look at second NAND gate input. When one of the input is fixed to 0, output is by default 1, which causes again S dash to become 1. So tell me, when R dash equal to 1, S dash equal to 1, what is going to happen? If you remember a truth table, it makes again no change condition. So again, Qn remains Qn only. This is what we called as no change condition, right? Let us see the next combination. Let's say control equal to 1 and S and R are changed to 0, 1. So let us make control equal to 1, S equal to 0, R equal to 1. Again, look at the output of first NAND gate. When one of the input is fixed to 0, output is by default 1, which makes R dash equal to 1, right? Look at the second input of NAND gate. Both the inputs are 1, 1. So output is 0, right? So tell me, when R is equal to 1, S is equal to 0, what is going to happen? Of course, when R equal to 1 and S equal to 0, it gets into reset state. Reset state means Qn becomes 0, right? Next time, when I make control equal to 1, S equal to 1, R equal to 0, let us see how it gets modified. Let us make S equal to 1, R equal to 0. When both the inputs are equal to 1, output is 0, which causes R dash to become 0. Look at second input of NAND gate now. One of the input is 0. Here R is equal to 0, because of which output is by default 1. So as you can see, S dash equal to 1, R dash equal to 0. Since S dash equal to 1, it gets into set condition. Therefore, Qn becomes 1. Is that right? Let us see the last condition. When all of the inputs are made 1, let us see what happens. So let us assume control equal to 1, S equal to 1, R equal to 1. When both the inputs of NAND gate equal to 1, output is 0. So R dash becomes 0, as well as S dash also becomes 0, because both the inputs of second input NAND gate is also equal to 1, 1, and therefore S dash is equal to 0. If you remember, when R dash equal to 0, S dash equal to 0, if you remember, 0, 0 is what we called as undesirable condition, because it causes Qn as well as Qn bar to become 1. So this is the condition that we avoid now. So when control equal to 0, irrespective what is applied on S and R, Qn remains Qn and Qn bar remains Qn bar, and this is what we called as no change condition. If you remember, our problem was inputs were continuously sensitive, and because of that even though the noise has come, what is going to happen? Noise is actually treated as a signal and outputs are changed accordingly. We don't want our outputs to change in response to noise, and therefore we got extra circuitry called as a control circuitry, in which we have seen control as an input. When it is equal to 0, it keeps your output unchanged irrespective what is applied on S and R, and this is going to avoid the danger of the noise. It means noise is something that we cannot avoid, but at least we can avoid the consequences that happens because of the noise has come, right? When control equal to 1, then only the given latch is enabled, and therefore the values of S and R make some sense, right? So when S and R are equal to 0, 0, again Qn remains Qn and Qn bar remains Qn bar, and this is again called as no change. See, there is a difference between two no changes, that is two consecutive conditions in which the comment I have written as no change. The first case where output is no change just because the latch was disabled. Latch was disabled means inputs were desensitized. Whereas in second case, outputs are no change because we want deliberately to output remains no change according to the instructions as provided on S and R as 0, 0. Let us see next case. When control equal to 1, S and R are changed to 0, 1. This is again the same trick we will use to remember. Out of S and R, you have to see which input equal to 1. This time R equal to 1, it means I should go for reset state. Therefore, Qn is 0, Qn bar is 1, and comment I can write as reset state. Next time when control equal to 1, S is 1, R is 0. Look at S and R status. S equal to 1, it means the latch should be in set state. Therefore, Qn is 1, Qn bar is 0. In comment I can write it is set. And last we can say 1, 1. Because of 1, 1, it forces our Qn and Qn bar to become both of them as 1. But generally we avoid this condition. So this is how we have understood what is the problem with RS latch without control circuit, and how do we avoid the problem by adding a control circuitry. And also we have understood a new truth table of SR latch using control circuit. This is very, very important to remember this diagram, because within the same diagram, by adding something or by modifying to some extent, we derive other latches and flip-flops. Thank you.